So whatever became of our wee lassie, Christian Shaw, whose histrionic theatrics began the whole sorry saga of the Renfrewshire witch hunt, and that led to the cruel death of so many innocents, the so-called witches of Bargarran. Poor folk had no defence against the fear and smear perpetrated by the combined forces of religious dogma represented by the kirk and the rule of law represented by the landed gentry, the two estates that prosecuted and sat in judgment. We next meet Christian Shaw in 1719 when she married the Reverend John Miller, Minister of Kilmores. Not a lot is known about this marriage except that it was short-lived. In 1721, the Reverend Miller passed away rather suddenly. After his death, Christian Shaw went with her mother, who was also now a widow, to Holland, observing Dutch spinning techniques. She is said to have smuggled some machinery back into Scotland in her luggage, and this may have been a machine which twisted 3 lengths of yarn into a strong thread. The new methods resulted in a more durable thread that was soon selling well in the locale, so much so that Shaw established the Bargarran Thread Company in nearby Johnson. This involved a twisting mill from Holland which ran 12 bobbins at a time, turned by hand. Samples were taken to England and met with much praise. Lady Blantyre, the wife of the judge who presided over the witchcraft trial of 1697, took samples to Bath. Bargarran thread was soon patronised by the upper classes. Bargarran thread became famous, and as happened frequently during the history of the thread trade, the honest producer was imitated by a host of inferior makers, and Bargarran had to fight for its rights. Thus linen thread manufacture began. Christian Shaw's invention and introduction of fine thread manufacturing to Renfrewshire helped spark a countrywide industry by the early 18th century. Shaw married a William Gillespie, a glove manufacturer in Edinburgh in 1737, but this marriage too was not to last long. She died on the 8th of September 1737 and is buried in Greyfriars Kirk.